And action.
Okay.
6 months being on the boat, living full time, mostly on anchor.
Yes, like
2 marinas.
95% on anchor,
Yeah.
98%. We've done 2 marina stints, but actually the last 2 months we've been on a mooring ball.
Yes.
So,
Hey, you'll have to go over here.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
so maybe 80% on anchor, and then
Yeah, I would say 80%.
this has been cake. Like, we're protected. We're on a mooring ball.
Yeah.
For free, so it's not affecting our budget.
Right.
But the 2 marinas, that we took a hit on that.
Yeah. So present time right now we're at Man of War Key in the Abacos in the Bahamas. So we got over here on New Year's Day in the Bahamas. We crossed the Gulf Stream from Key Largo to Bimini. From there we went to Great Isaac Island, which is in between Bimini and West End.
Mm-hmm.
And then we stayed at a marina at Bimini for a day.
Yes.
And then when we got to West End, we stayed there for a day.
2 days.
2 days.
2 days because there was a blow, or we would not have. Blow meaning a bad weather front moving in, and there's just not a lot of places we could drop the hook in West End where we would be protected. And we were in a new country and freaked out.
Yeah. So, other than that, we've been at just various places, just anchored out. And when we first got on the boat, we were in a marina. So today, our questions, we're kind of answering some questions that people have asked us about what it's like living on a boat.
6
What
months in.
Yeah, what are the pros, cons? What are the
Real
things?
talk.
Yeah, like is it what you thought it would be? What else?
Yeah, and so this is a
Yeah.
real-time update. We are sitting in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And so that'll be nice. Y'all haven't got to see any footage from that yet. So you'll get to see the background of
This is
destruction from Hurricane Dorian.
yeah, and it's mostly all cleaned up.
Yes,
a
it looks
lot of
so
it
much
is.
better.
The main streets, they said that you couldn't even get through because there was a mountain of just debris everywhere. Literally a mountain. So all that's cleaned up. Behind us is Dickey's Key, and then right in front of us is Man of War. And so we're in the main harbor right now on a mooring ball.
Super protected.
Yeah.
It's been cake. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be weird going back out and feeling the boat move and being on anchor.
Oh, so ready for that.
We're about to get a taste of that in a few days. All right, let's get down to it.
Right. I wrote some answers. What's the questions?
Okay, this is not in any organized fashion, so if it jumps all over the place, my apologies. What has been the hardest thing to do without
The hardest thing to do without?
on a boat?
I think one of the things we definitely agree on would be hot showers. You know, the conveniences of Starbucks.
I'm okay without it.
Right, and I am too.
Hot water,
I've
though,
enjoyed.
for the love of all things holy.
Yeah.
Hot 10-minute shower. Yeah, I would commit a crime for that.
What about 3-hour shower?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a waste of water, but
Concern.
a good 10-minute shower, man.
Yeah. The hardest thing,
But to do without, so yes, I
But
think
yeah.
that's an agreement.
I miss not having access to a gym. And I guess that's just a personal problem because I haven't been that active on the boat, which is my own problem. Like, because you can always get out and do some push-ups
Yeah,
and
but
all
that's I think that's different than like doing without. Like
Right.
this is like physical. What about yours, Ava? I think I know what yours would be, but
First off, what do
bigger kitchen.
yeah, I think
A bigger
Ava's would be
kitchen.
a microwave.
Yeah.
I like microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not as quick to get things done when we want to warm it up. Breakfast is
Yeah, like you can't.
a little more complicated.
This is what I miss.
Real life right here.
Yeah, is convenience of babysitters.
Oh yes, that's what I missed.
Date nights are tough to get, and so
Y'all got 2 babysitters here. You'll still have an
I know, but where are we gonna go here?
Right, we're
This is
exactly.
closed on Sundays.
It's not like we can go to Movie Tavern,
I
eat
bet
some white cheddar popcorn,
They're just
flavoring stuff.
Anywho, so
Next question.
hot water and microwave.
Yeah.
Okay. Has anyone fallen overboard?
No,
Um,
except Dad.
Maggie fell overboard at the marina one night,
Yeah. Right.
Um,
And that was at the very beginning,
yeah,
like in
and that-
September.
and I saved her. That could have been bad.
And you fell the other day.
Yeah, and then I fell in the other day, but
You did it on
Um,
purpose.
I did it on purpose
Yeah.
because you were like,
I was just staying in the house and doing nothing, and I walked out here, and you went under, and you jumped in there under else, and then you tagged me.
Yeah. That's what she said.
on purpose.
yes, and I did it
So-
on purpose because you were in a blah mood, so I actually did that on
thank
purpose,
you.
just to change it up.
Let's see.
Oh my gosh, that was.
Lola, what do you miss about being on land?
Girl,
hey,
you're
sound like a lady.
Yes, please.
I was very not someone.
Is there anything that you miss
Friends.
about land?
Friends for sure.
Friends? You miss Milo and
Vivi.
Ivy and Harper,
Sadie.
all of them.
Her and Luke are best buddies.
Okay, next.
Does it live up to your expectations? Is it like what you see in the sailboat pictures and the YouTube channels?
No, heck no.
Let me just
No.
say that's a big fat no for me.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, if you're looking at pictures and the YouTube channels, like we're on a totally different playing field. Like we're doing this so we can mission and live and love on the communities that we go to. So we're not just going to the hot spots. And so maybe that is why it, like expectation wise, I wasn't expecting to have cabin fever on a 43-foot sailboat, and
Some
it is a
on the
real thing
road.
that I struggle with.
And the
So no, I did right now. Like it hasn't like blown me away where I'm like, this is the life. Like we are like living it up. Like even being in the Bahamas, like I haven't seen anything where I'm just like, wow, like
Right.
this is where it's at.
Which we're going back Tuesday, and we're going to head towards the Berries. So maybe we'll get to see some cool spots along the way. But
Maybe.
yeah, depending on which YouTube channel you're looking at, I mean, like, your big YouTube channels like Sailing La Vagabond and Gone with the Winds, great people, like, but they've been doing it for a long time, and they're very good at the videos and all that. And it just depends on where you are in life and what you're doing on the channels.
Yeah,
like
I
there's
mean-
some very good how-tos, and that's
It's just different.
Yeah. I would say the reason why we are doing like the YouTube thing. I wanted to start documenting our travels, and then when we started traveling by boat, it's like a virtual photo album to look back on, and also just to help people that have kind of the same vision to go and buy a boat, or whatever they want to do.
Yeah, it's definitely about inspiring others, but I don't want to like sugarcoat it. Like,
It's not
A boat
it's,
on-
It's not glamorous.
no, it's not glamorous, and kids on a boat is different than couples on a boat.
Yeah,
like,
you throw
we're-
you throw kids on a boat. It's completely different.
it changes the dynamic. Like when we were in sailing school and it was just us and it was just
Yeah.
more relaxed, and then you add other variables in, and like we're super thankful, and I love that they're getting this experience.
Yes.
But it does add a totally different level. And so no, I wouldn't say it lives up to my expectations as far as like what you see. But I mean, what does, like in life, like if you're living your life thinking and expecting it to be like it is in the movies, like it's not gonna live up to that hype.
Yeah.
So
The same movie.
Yeah. Next question.
Yeah,
Okay.
the movie. Yeah, the same movie. At least the same movie.
land or sea?
Let's do this on the count of 3. One,
Oh,
two.
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know my answer.
Aw. Do what comes to mind. 1, 2,
2, 3,
3.
land.
C.
Land.
I don't know
She's torn.
because here is the deal.
I would have
Where? I don't know where I would
So
want to
Lane.
be.
both probably.
Okay.
If we could do 50-50, like that would be a dream.
Like half and half.
Yeah.
50-50.
Both
good.
It's just I wish we were close.
Okay.
Maybe on land with the ability to still travel, with like the ability to travel as much as we wanted, and to still be able to go and serve in different places and in the community.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be like
Yeah.
bread and butter.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. next.
So we'll just follow that up with, okay, well yours was sea, Ava's was land, mine was a little bit of both.
I would have
What do you miss about land? Like what do you miss about living on land?
Oh, I thought we already did that. Babysitters, hot showers,
Okay.
groceries.
Just the convenience.
The convenience.
Hopping in the car and
Going
going
to Publix to get some
a pizza.
coffee, ice cream, and some sea salt caramel.
A pizza. Yeah, you can tell that we
Watch
have not been
Netflix.
Yes.
We'll get
Wi-Fi. How
we'll
come we
get-
haven't said Wi-Fi?
We'll get a spoon
We literally live off.
of coffee ice cream,
We
and
are
I'll pass
such
it,
spoiled
and then I'll
white
get a
Americans
spoon of
is
sea
what
salt
we
caramel
are.
ice cream,
First
pass it,
world problems.
and it's a big relay race.
Tankless hot water heater and feeling clean. Like if we take out the
Tankless hot water
materialistic
heater.
stuff, tankless hot water heater and feeling clean are definitely my struggles with boat life.
Yeah, I can understand that because, like, I mean, I'm salty as all get out. Yeah, like my shower usually consists of me jumping in, soaped up, jumping in the water, and then spraying off with fresh
And it
water.
seems like I wasn't anticipating water being such a trying issue since we had a water maker on the boat, but
Yeah,
I was thinking once we got to the Bahamas that stress would be gone, and
Yeah,
it
it's a
isn't. Like our
commodity.
water maker isn't working, and so we're still having to figure out the water situation, which we've been blessed here by Man of War and the water mission, but it's still a pain, like having to like haul water back and forth,
yeah,
trying to conserve it so you're not taking as many showers and you just get gross and funky. Like that's just, it is what it is. Let's
Yeah.
keep it real.
All right. Next.
Okay. Another thing I guess we miss, and Chris touched on this, is not being as active. Like I thought even being on the boat we would be able to be more active. And I miss it. Like I
Yeah.
feel that's another thing that might be why I push land more than sea, because
Yes.
How about
we're not in the
60?
water as much as I thought we
'Cause
would
it's
be,
cold.
because it's cold. The Bahamas still has a winter,
Yeah.
and plus we're in a harbor where barges and stuff are coming through and debris is coming through, and it's just not a great place to get in and like hang out.
Yeah.
So it's not St. John. So
Right.
Why don't we do 70
Okay.
30 for land?
Next.
okay.
Yeah.
What do we? Okay, we've been kind of like hating on the boat. What
Yeah,
do we love about living on the boat?
Me?
Sure.
Let's see. I love diving down for food,
Yeah, that's
or
really nice.
either that,
Or
or catching
fish,
catching fresh fish on the way, like trolling.
My.
Yeah, we caught a mahi, a dolphin or dorado mahi. We caught one of those
You'll see that
on the
in the
way,
video.
and it'll be on. Yeah, that'll actually be on our next video. It should be when we're crossing the Gulf Stream. But yeah, catching fresh fish. I've got to do a lot of spearfishing here in the Bahamas, and
I'm pretty good at it.
yeah, I've
Not
been
to toot his own horn, but
I've
when
been
he killed those
I'm-
3 lionfish,
I've
I
done
was
better.
impressed.
Yeah, I went 3 for 3. Just dive down, pop, pop, pop. Anyway, but catching lobster, catching fresh fish, and eating, that's probably my favorite. That, just being mobile on the water and be able to go like from place to place and just
Slowly,
explore
but yeah.
different things. And I would say just being pulled by the wind. That is like when got the sails up and we're not motoring, it is very peaceful.
When is
Sometimes.
that? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I just want us to slow down.
Yeah.
There's just like this.
I'm like,
guy
we're
on
going
the
9
thing.
knots. Jamie's like, can you slow down?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
What about you?
What about me? And what do I love about living on the boat? I like the change of scenery often. I mean, we've been here almost 2 months, and so that's a little long for us. So it's neat to go to these new places and see these new things. So that's really cool. I get real antsy and fidgety.
Being on the boat too long.
That too, but just in general, like being in land in
Yeah.
one spot too long.
Yeah.
So
me
that
too.
hasn't changed from being on the boat. Like I just want to
We probably
continue to go,
Yeah.
and I love
have
being able to experience the marine life, like the manatees,
so
the dolphins, the
crabby,
sea
yeah.
turtles, the fish, and so that's really cool. Like I love, I would love it more if we could find like some prime snorkel spots where we could like anchor and it's calm and we can like just scoot off the boat and like snorkel. That's like my dream that I have that we haven't found yet. But
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I love snorkeling, and so
So do I. She
in
likes.
calm.
You like warm water more than you like snorkeling, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if we do go snorkeling and it's like a cooler day, I need them to get in first and tell me if it's worth it or not.
Yeah, I'll come out freezing because I'll be in like forever.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Um,
running out of answers here.
I want to say something.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you like about
like?
being on the boat,
I
Ava?
like traveling and meeting new people when we do that.
Yeah.
I like going new places.
Yes, and so here in Manowar, there are kids at the Hibiscus Cafe that are working. How old's Lewis?
Lewis is 13.
13.
Kira's
Kira's
18, I think.
No,
Kira's
she's
13.
not. She's like
Kira is
13.
13.
She is tall.
Yeah.
Yes, but
And then Nika is...
they're 13 too.
Yeah. So you
And then
got
Maria's
13-year-olds
14 or 15.
Okay. So
and
13, 14.
13,
range.
14. Ava's
10.
10, and they're helping out. They are good workers,
Killing
and
it.
so they're going to be way ahead of the game.
Jerome
Yeah.
also says that they don't work at all.
But
Because he only
it's-
sees them talking when they're waiting.
But like Ava's, and so that's another thing I think that we love about being on the boat. And this is the first time we've gotten to experience this because this is the first place we went to,
yeah.
and to serve, and it's just blown us away. Like
Yeah.
this
community
exceeded,
is
like blew our expectations
crazy.
out of the water of what we thought we would experience.
yeah.
And so just to go here and plan on spending like a week and a half, like, you know, helping them clean up and then moving on to staying almost 2 months because
Yeah.
it's just given us like
It changed our
all
plans.
the warm and fuzzies. Like it's just been so worth it. Like the girls being loved on in the community, like Ava being able to serve in the community,
Yeah.
and not just help pick up debris, but in a restaurant. Like so, she's
Sing
giving
in
us
the
these
church.
like real, like yes, it's just been
Yeah.
like the people, the volunteers. I can't even like find words to explain like our time here and the people and the relationships that have come into our life, because we sailed here on a boat. So super awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and another opportunity that we've been able to do that's been awesome, so super cool, and I'm thankful that like God has given us this vessel of a boat, is to like we've gotten to take people out on it.
Yeah.
We took 13 people
SP2.
out. Yes, that's 13 people on the boat, and for a day for them just to experience it, which they have complete trust in us, which was really crazy because they didn't know us that well.
Yeah.
So I was just
And we're like, huh.
They were probably just bored.
but just for them to get to experience that and to get to know each other on a different, more personal level, and for us to be able to facilitate that was just so humbling. Like I just am so thankful that God used us for that. Like it was awesome. And then we're leaving here, and we have somebody joining us for that too. So
Yeah. So and just
D?
Deshane's coming with us.
But you meant buddy boating.
No, I wish. I was gonna ask you.
So another thing that's as far as if you've supported us by giving a one-time donation, or you're a monthly donor, or you want to be a monthly donor, anything like that, this is what your money goes to, is supporting us so we can go and love on communities, plug in and serve. We've got to experience this community in a very special way, coming alongside them as well as the volunteers of Samaritan's Purse, North American Ministries,
Christian CAM. I can't think of the Christian Association Ministry.
Yeah.
I can't. It's
Water
Canada-
missions.
Yeah. Our boat friends that are from Canada. Canada. Canada from Kingston, Canada.
Lori and Delane. Yeah.
Sorry,
And
I don't know what that is.
That's my timer.
anyway, the that's what this goes towards as far as being supported. Is we want to be able to do this full time, to be able to go and love on people.
And it's been such a good balance of action and truth. Like, we haven't just helped demo and clean up houses. Not right
Stop.
now. I'm using this for a second.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
And
But we are also able to share Jesus, like, in love, and talk to the community and ask that where they're at spiritually. Ava's been able to sing in church. Chris has been able to sing in church, play the guitar. So it's just been like a well-rounded experience,
Yeah.
I think, of works and Jesus.
yeah, and
Not right
this
now.
changed our plan too. Like when we were here, we were going to leave about a month ago and go down to the DR, through the Bahamas, to the Dominican, to Puerto Rico, and find ways to help out in the DR in Puerto Rico, and then go to the Virgin Islands. But we decided to stay after a day around the community. We just kind of looked at each other and thought our time here was not done. So we stayed, and the very next day we got to take out volunteers of Samaritan's Purse. And
Some of the locals were on. It
Yeah.
wasn't just Samaritan's Purse.
yeah, no, it's the locals too, and they really got to.
Individual volunteers too that came up. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just a good mixture.
Everybody
of just
came
random
together.
People. It was.
Everybody got to tell each other stories
Yeah.
and really get to know each other on a personal level. So that was
I know it.
really neat. So
So hands down, like, that has been the most rewarding
yeah,
thing for me. I think boat life wise, is that
yes.
is
It's
that
like
experience.
we're doing this. We're
Yeah.
getting to plug in. Like adapting to boat life is one thing. It's great and all, and sometimes not so great. But
Yeah.
being able to go and to places like this and plug in is so rewarding.
All right. So let me move on.
Okay.
And just a few more questions. So what have you learned, I guess, about yourself from sailing to serve others?
That's iced coffee, by the way. Lukewarm coffee. What have I learned most about myself?
Yeah, like a little bit of self-discovery. Like, what have you found out most about yourself?
In serving here.
Yeah, just in being on a boat and serving. Like, have you found out something about yourself that maybe you didn't know? There's a rainbow of it. And that maybe you didn't know as much before?
I would say that I think I've known this, but it's just another reminder that I have a heart for those that are lost, or those that just being able to shepherd other men, young boys, just having a heart for those that don't have it all that glamorous, or didn't grow up with a silver spoon in their mouth, or wherever they are in life. It doesn't matter if where they are financially or whatever kind of family they're from, but just where they are spiritually, there's something missing. I don't know, just I get drawn to that, and kind of stirs up my spirit, being able to wanting to mentor to them or shepherd them, and just having a passion for that, and then just being able to give back. That's definitely been something that I've learned about myself, is that I do have a passion for this. So, hope that answers.
I think for me, I've learned that my cup is filled by doing and serving others. So it's just shown me more so that I realized before living on the boat and serving in the community, that like my top spiritual gift is serving. And so I prefer being on land. Even though I'm an introvert, I prefer like being on land and helping out in the community and loving others, or whatever that looks like. And that's what fills my cup versus homeschooling all day. And homeschooling is great and it's in my wheelhouse and teaching comes easy. It always has. But if I had to choose, I would much prefer to be
On land.
on
serving.
land. And that's with Ava right alongside me. That's just
Yeah.
that it's just
Yeah,
so,
and Ava's got to do that, which is awesome.
yeah, so I
And-
think that would be I've learned more though that like I need that in order to not go crazy on a
Right,
boat
yeah.
like The Shining.
Yeah,
Jack
like there are
Nicholson.
days where, like, or sometimes it just bowls over and it's like, you know,
The struggle's real.
just-
I'm not gonna lie.
either
Like the
below a gasket
anxiety,
or I
the-
see it before you do it and it's like,
Yeah.
let me homeschool today. You need to get on land. You're going to land
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'll take care of the homeschool,
Yeah.
even though it's not in my wheelhouse, but it's getting better. So,
Yeah.
and we took a spiritual gift test yesterday.
For a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your number one was serving.
Was serving.
My number one was shepherding.
And mercy. Serving, mercy, and admin.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was shepherding, serving. It said admin. I don't know if it's.
Come on, people.
Yeah.
If you know him, you know that's a big, fat no.
I got 15 on admin, but 14 two times on evangelism and mercy.
We'll go with that.
So we'll just go with those. Just throw those number 3.
Ooh, okay.
That shepherding was number 1.
Moving right along. Has it changed your outlook on sailing the world? Because when we first bought the boat, or before we bought the boat, our plan was we are going to sail the world so we can serve everybody in the world.
I would say,
Probably a group answer.
yeah,
right?
being a group answer, I would say that yes, it has changed because I know that big crossings, she's not going to be there. So
Not. I'll meet you there.
maybe I'll do some deliveries, or maybe I'll sail over with a crew wherever we go, or maybe we'll keep fly somewhere. I don't know. I definitely know that that's not in your wheelhouse.
No, I
And it's
want
okay.
to serve all over in the world, but I don't want to sail there to serve. I can't imagine a 14-day, let alone a 30-day plus crossing without seeing land.
Oh,
like,
it's so cool.
no.
Anyway,
Like
all right.
the girls not getting off the boat, Maggie not.
Yeah,
No.
nah.
Ugh.
I know Ava wouldn't want to do that either.
No, she gets seasick, and I. Ooh. Okay.
I have a question.
Yep.
Sure.
Would y'all rather fly to wherever we would go, or boat?
She would rather fly. I'd probably rather.
I
boat.
would have to be with mom. Ooh, I should have had a car there too.
Yeah.
I think it just depends.
It depends on how far.
Like little island hops, like St. Pete to the Keys,
Yeah.
that's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure me and you could agree on either driving or flying on big crossings because I get seasick very easily.
Yeah. All right. Next.
Let me see where we're at. 2 questions.
Is the boat? Does the boat meet our needs? Right.
Well, we bought this boat not having any experience, and now being in it for 6 months, do we feel like we bought the boat that was right for us?
Yes. Other than
I guess in our budget.
yeah. Other than the salon and the reupholstered fabric,
Oh,
then I would say yes. I know Jamie doesn't like it, which I don't either. It's kind of claustrophobic when you walk in, and the factory cushions were like easier to clean.
Yeah, they were
now
like
they're
a
fabric,
leather
so-
thing, and now they have this weird, and they get
Cloth.
so dirty. Maybe if it was just the 2 of us and not kids, but
Yeah.
with kids, ugh.
Yeah. Other than
And
that,
then
yes.
fighting to get those cushions back in their cover is like,
Yeah.
That was
Crazy.
for Valentine's Day present.
All right.
all right. And then the bathroom situation, and I think that is the biggest complaint when we have visitors that do not know much about boat life or marine life or camping life, is the toilet situation.
And Mackenzie knows that stuff, so it's
Yeah.
good for her because she has a monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The bathroom situation's not bad.
it's just part of it.
Yeah, you got an electric head for number 1, and
Liquids.
number 2 we have the composting toilet. So
For number 2.
I would rather have a manual on one side just because one less thing to break, but
Yeah.
it meets our needs. It's good.
It's good. And
Part of boat life.
Yeah, I mean, if we had a normal house on land with plumbing, then obviously we wouldn't choose
The
composting toilet because
Right.
it's just we're Americans and we're lazy. But in a camper, absolutely. So I
Right.
wouldn't have to deal with a black tank.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
and that wraps up 6 months on a boat. So
Yeah, that's it.
here's to 6 more.
Also, as far as or if you want to support us, if you felt led to do that, first off, I would want to say that we would love for you to be able to pray for us and our upcoming journeys and missions, first and foremost. Secondly, as far as financially giving, if you don't want, if you could either serve alongside us, or if you want to,
Sorry, your
if
daughter's
you want to
bringing
be
dinner
a
on the
monthly
road.
donor. Our goal is $3,000 a month, and that's just like our starting goal.
But it gives us money to have people on the boat, to
Yes.
give them this experience, to share Jesus with them, to feed them and house them,
Yeah.
and their gas, like all that's expensive. So to be able to give that experience and to others, or if we're going somewhere and they want to go and serve along with us, for them to come on the boat. And it's a big number, but if we could get 150 people giving $25 a month,
Yeah, then
like,
we're there.
then we're there. So
Yeah.
it seems totally doable, and we would love for you to reach out. It's tax deductible.
I got a lot of boo-boos
Quit moving
around
the
me.
camera.
Not.
So yeah, like we would love your support.
Yes,
Your
absolutely.
prayers, intentional
Yes.
prayers for us, and if you could just do $25 monthly, like
And whatever you really,
we'll have
whatever
shirts
you felt
hopefully
called
soon.
to give, then we'll have the link in the description on the video, and you can click there. It's a simple, either one-time or monthly donation, wherever you feel called to give. First of all, your prayers are much appreciated, and financial giving, whatever it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
And just, I guess, before we wrap, 2 things to be expecting from us. Like, we're leaving the Bahamas, so obviously everybody's like, well, what's next? If you're not on our monthly newsletter, you might not know that we decided not to go south to the Dominican Republic.
I got a lot of
We decided to go back to the States. And the reason for doing that, the big deciding factor was there's a conference that is by Billy Graham and Samaritan's Purse that's sharing hope in Jesus' name. And so,
Franklin Graham.
yes, but it's under Billy Graham's Rapid Response Team. Yes.
Yes.
Sharing Hope in Jesus' Name is the page. And it's about how to share Jesus in crisis situations.
Yeah, just to be better equipped when it comes to, disasters and people grieving, whatever the situation is.
Yes.
So, but yeah, and then we'll go to Guatemala is the plan for hurricane season, to go and serve there and as well do our boat maintenance as well.
Yeah, so super excited about
So, yeah.
that.
So anyway,
That is what we'll have more about the mission information of what we'll be doing in Guatemala, hopefully by mid-March.
Yep.
And that way you'll know kind of what you'll be going to support.
Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for sticking with us, and hope this answers your questions. If you do have any more questions, just put it in the comment section and we'll try to answer it. Or just reach out to us, Make Memories Travel More at gmail.com. You can email us there, or you can just reach out to us on this video on YouTube,
If you have
Facebook,
a cell phone number,
Instagram.
they're about to be live again March 1st.
Yeah.
What?
Who's about
So, our cell phones.
Yeah.
But thanks, guys.
Yeah.
We very much appreciate
Here
it.
you.
Get these bins.
Come here, hurry up before the battery dies. Bye bye.
Bye.
Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and
Bye.
yeah,
Bye.
real life
Bye.
boat talk here. Oh.
I want to see a
All
dime.
right.
All right.
Edit that right up.
All right.
Serve it on a platter.
And now you
And the
have to
battery's
take
dead.
me to my town. That's fine.
No, we can go ahead and kill it.
Crystal Red